Hey guys, Top Tier Gaming here, coming at you with a Konosuba deck profile today. It's red-blue, which is a pretty standard color variation of Konosuba. A lot of builds of it on YouTube. It's a really cool set, has a lot of powerful cards. So yeah, just overall really fun, interesting deck, and we're going to start it with the level 0s. So starting off with 4 of this Megumin. So this card is amazing because it's both a runner and a climax salvage. And that's super powerful and really versatile because even if both of these effects were like separated, you would probably still run both of them, but it's in one card, which is pretty absurd. Makes this card like an instant 4 of, because first of all, she's your runner, second of all, hand filter. Really amazing card. Then we have 4 of this Megumin. So she's a 3/5 beat stick. She has a demerit that you can't play backups or events while she's on field. It's not like the biggest demerit because it doesn't come up very often at all, but it does mean she doesn't scale as well past your level 0 game, but she's so good at the start of the game because she also has an encore effect, which can keep her on the field, so you have to play less zeros, keeps board presence, can build stock off this card. Very powerful beater. 3 of this Megumin. So when she's sent from stage to waiting room, you can discard a card and reveal up to the top 4 cards of your deck and add a magic character, which is pretty much all your Megumins and YunYuns. It's a good hand filter. It means like you're not too afraid of tri-laning at level 0 because you're going to get some sort of value off of this card. It's not going to be a +1, but the hand filter and setting up for your level 1 game is very important. 3 of this Aqua. So she's really good hand filter as well. You reveal top, and if it's a goddess or adventure character, you add it to your hand and discard a card, which is just good hand filter. Then she also has a pay 2. You can free fresh yourself, which is like good if your climax is acted up or you don't want to take a damage. It's a nice effect to have. You don't use it too often because 2 stock is a lot, but it is very nice to have. 4 of this YunYun. So this is arguably the most powerful card in the entire deck, and this is what I think makes the deck what it is. It's pretty much a guaranteed +1 every turn. Which is crazy. It means you can like just crash your characters all game. Even if you're losing board throughout the entire game, you're still keeping up your hand. And it's actually just crazy how like it's not, you don't run any brainstorms because you have this card, which is like a pseudo brainstorm, but every turn it's a +1, which is really amazing. So yeah, you're definitely mandatory playing 4 of this YunYun. And that's 18 level 0s, so we run a lot of 0s, but they're all really good. Like Konosuba has a really powerful level 0 game, so yep, solid 18. On to level 1s. 4 of this YunYun. Your main climax combo with the deck, she combos with the gates. This is your way of building advantage at level 1 and also stock, which is really good because you are playing a very heavy level 3 lineup, and your YunYun sort of demands that you have stock that you can use to gain the +1s every turn. She hits 6k by herself, 7k with your climax, but you're not really running any assists in the deck, so 7k, maybe a little higher if you run certain cards to boost power, but you have to reverse the characters with 7k, but when you do, you get a blind stock and the ability to +1, which is just an incredibly powerful effect, so you are playing the mandatory 4 YunYun. And then we run 4 of this Megumin. She has a climax combo as well, but it's one that combos with your level 3 in the deck. It's the stock 1 soul, and she almost does the same thing as the YunYun, except she's only 6k on play, so she's really weak on the next turn. And she salvages a Megumin from your waiting room. So it is nice to have 2 climax combos at level 1 because you're bound to have one of them, and they're both very plussy. So you keep advantage in this deck even if you're losing power, which is, I think, the best part of Konosuba. And then we have 2 of this level 1 Suicider. So, you know, you are losing the power game all game, but it usually doesn't matter. You have this to reverse threats, and it also has hand encore, so if they have multiple threats, you can leave it there. You don't always use that because it is only 3k, like level 0s can kind of run over this. But it is really good for dealing with threats, and yep. And that is all for your level 1 game. That's only 10 level 1s, but they all do their job. It's a very advantage-based deck, and you use those to gain advantage through your climax combos. Level 2, we have this 2/5 backup. 2/5 backups are good, save your characters. And then we have 2 of this event. So this event can be really feast or famine, but overall it's a very powerful card. You take your opponent's entire stock, send it to waiting room, and then during the end of the turn, they get that much stock from their deck back to stock. So it's like if your opponent's playing really well, you can punish them. If they have like 8 cards in stock, it's all clean, you can send 8 clean stock to your opponent's waiting room, and then they can possibly stock their climaxes, and it really puts them in an awkward position. These type of cards are like a real nuisance for your opponent because it just punishes them for playing well. And you also have a level 3 Aqua that kind of combos off with this card really good. So there's 3 level 2s, and we only play 3 level 2s because we are playing a very large level 3 lineup, starting with 3 of this Aqua. So she's an early play if you have a full field, which is nice. On your turn she's 11k, so while she's not big on defense, she's good enough on offense to reverse things. And she's also your healer. So just having an early play 11k is nice because you obviously don't have a very powerful level 2. So when your opponent levels you, you use this to deal with their powerful threats. It's always nice to have early plays, and this is the one we decided to play. And then 4 of your main climax combo at level 3, your main game ender, this Megumin. She combos with the stock 1 soul. And she doesn't have much power, but it doesn't matter because she just completely deals with all of your opponent's threats and level 3s with her effect. So you just pay 1, rest herself, and she deals 4 damage to your opponent, and then you clock kick the character she's facing. So you get around backups entirely, which is really good for things that are running anti-damage, like Compass and Kantai Collection, for an example. You just get around those entirely. You're not worried about how generally weak she is, because you're not really dealing with power. She also has on play. You look at top 3 and add a card to your hand. So if you don't have your climax combo, you can get it with this. You can add your other level 3s. Overall, a very powerful climax combo and level 3 because she is getting around your opponent's anti-damage. And it's not 5 damage. I feel like 4 just, it obviously sticks more than 5 does, which is actually pretty good because you're also having a clock kick. And then 2 of this Eris. She is also a game ender. She is an early play, but we do not play the card she early plays with, so she really just comes out at level 3. She salvages on play, so you can get whatever level 3s you need, but also she's a restander. Sometimes, like most of the time, you're going to restand when your center stage character attacks. You pay cost and you reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a goddess or adventurer, she restands. So another way to push for damage. You're pretty much like crashing your characters all game because you're not really winning board. And then at level 3, you've built up so much advantage from all your YunYuns and stuff that you just drop as much game enders as you can. Another one is one of this Megumin. So she can drop level 3s for free if you didn't build stock up that much, or you used your YunYuns too many times and you just don't have that much stock. But she can play level 3s for free. She also has a pay 3, discard 2 to burn 5. It can get cancels out of the way. Really good for making sure your other damage sticks. But if she does happen to stick that effect, you're like really able to push for game. And then one of this Aqua. This is the one that combos with the level 2 event because your opponent just selects 2 climaxes in their waiting room and they shuffle every other card back into their deck. So they pretty much, if you send all their clean stock to waiting room and then play this, they lose all their stock compression and they're only refreshing with a max of 6 climaxes. So you play this first and then all of your game enders. This just facilitates how these try to win the game. So it's a very powerful effect for that reason. And that is your level 3 lineup, 7, 9, 10, 11 level 3s. It's a lot, but we don't run a level 2 game, and we don't run that many level 1s, so it works. And then climaxes, 4 gates, and 4 of the stock 1 soul. This combos with your YunYun. This combos with your level 1 Megumin and your level 3 Megumin. Stock 1 souls are good because you have a lot of climax combos that actually take stock, so that can sort of help. Gates is obviously just probably the best trigger in the game. So, yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. If you want to see games with this deck, there are going to be games of it on the channel. It's a really fun deck, really powerful. I think it's proven itself in many events that it is a very powerful set. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This was Top Tier Gaming by YouTube.